Good morning and welcome to part 2 of your registration. Today you are going to register for your 2018-2019 courses. You should have already logged on to PowerSchool. If not, please do so at this time. Teachers, please distribute the registration forms to all students. Students, in PowerSchool, you will notice your navigation menu on the left-hand side. Please look for class registration, as noted here. If you do not see it, please look for the arrow at the top of your screen, as noted here. This is where you will register for your courses. Before we begin, I want to point out a few icons that will be important to you today. The green check mark will show that all of your courses have been selected successfully. The red exclamation mark will show that you are still requiring information that needs to be completed. The pencil in the box is your edit button, and you will press this to get to your course selection. You will be automatically registered for your English, Science, Social Studies, PE, and Advisory classes. Dr. Roden will register you for your math course based on your current placement and your current teacher's recommendation. You will notice that the green arrow is checked for these classes, as these classes will already be registered for you. Before we begin the registration process, please have your registration form, your completed registration form handy. You should have completed your options. And before we go forward, we want to make sure you understand your 3 elective options as noted on the next screen. You will choose between either 2-year-long electives, such as the example here, 1-year-long elective and 2-semester electives, shown as an example here, or 4-semester-long electives, shown in the example here. As mentioned before, this section right here that shows the pencil in the box is your edit button. If you see a red exclamation mark, that means you need to complete these areas, which will be your world language and your elective courses. Please look on the bottom and notice where it talks about your required credit hours. You will be required to have 7 credit hours completed. If you see anything less or more than the 7 credit hours, that means you need to go back and complete the required amount. Please also notice that with the electives, you also have alternatives. You will need to fill out both your elective options and also your alternative options. When you click the edit button, again, that is on the right-hand side, the pencil in the box, you will see a screen that looks similar to this. This will show you all of your elective options. Please make sure that you view both pages 1 and pages 2. You will click the box on the left-hand side for your courses that you are interested in. You will do this for both your electives and for your alternatives. repeating the process whether you're choosing 2-year-long electives, 1-year-long elective, and a semester and 2 semesters or 4-semester electives. Now that you have selected your elective options, let's look at your world language options. If you are currently in Intro to Spanish, you would register for Spanish MSB. If you're currently in Spanish 1, you'd register for Spanish HS2, as indicated on the screen. So intro goes to B, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and of course 3 to 4. When you go to register, you will see a screen that looks like this. If you're registering for, let's say, Chinese B, you would click the box for Chinese B. However, if you are registering for a higher world language class, example, Chinese High School 1 or High School 2, you would click Chinese placeholder. If you're registering for a higher level Spanish or French, such as French High School 1 or French High School 2, you would hit French placeholder, and you would do the same for Spanish placeholder. Please make sure that you check to make sure that all of the boxes on the right-hand side have a green check. This indicates that you have successfully completed this section. You also want to make sure that on the bottom it shows 7 credit hours. Once it shows 7 credit hours here, you will see the green check mark here. Please submit your registration by clicking the Submit button. Registration will be closed at the end of advisory today. Students, all course selections are final. Please make sure that your registration form is complete, including your full PowerSchool name and your advisory teacher, and turn in these forms to your advisory teacher once done. Teachers, please just double check that students have completed all sections on their form as you collect it. Collect all forms and turn in all of your advisory forms to the designated box in Dr. Roden's office. If you are missing a form from any of your students, please indicate that on a post-it note. Thank you, and this is the end of your registration process.